It is February 16, it is Sunday, and it is David Cohen again. The last 10 to 14 days were quite interesting, very exciting at times, and I would like to share some of these experiences we had. First of all, I was finally able to change the leather from gray, typical for Leica Q3 43, to the black of Leica Q3 28 millimeters. It did come at a price of more than 200 euros, but I simply prefer it. I simply like it better. The gray really disturbed me, and since I love my gear, and I find the industrial design of Leica cameras amazing, this gray kind of disturbed me, and now it's finally over. Talking about my Leica Q3 43, we went to Budapest and spent a few days there. And since we went towards the end of last week, we had to be very careful because, as you know, or maybe as you may know, we Jews celebrate, many of us, observant Jews, observe Shabbat, and which means that the synagogue is closed and other Jewish places are closed to tourism, to visitors, etc. So we made it inside, and I took a lot of photos, actually more than 70. And I am still, and every time, even more astonished and impressed with the photos this camera produces. This is something I have never heard of. You will see a few photos that I choose. All of these photos are straight out of cam. I didn't do any changes. No, nothing. Not even perspective, not horizon, nothing. You see the photos the way I took them. They are all raw. Yes, I know. I was talking about RAW in the past, and I'm not so much a fan of it. Fact of the matter is, why did I take these photos in RAW? Even though next time I won't do it. Very easy. I haven't been able to get to know the camera yet in every possible regard. So in order to be sure that I get the results I wanted to have as much leeway as possible, and this is why this time I shot RAW. So no Leica looks, no nothing, I just shot RAW, and this is what you're going to see. And I'm very curious about your reactions, and I'm looking forward to you talking about it. These 73 photos make up for, I just tell you, 73 photos are nearly 6 gigabytes in terms of file size together. Well, this is the Leica thing. Now, another thing that I was talking about, and I will keep talking about it because it is an important aspect of today's world, my work, our work. It is about AI, and in particular, AI in photo editing. Some of you may remember I talked about Evoto AI. And Evoto is an amazing app that now also exists on iPadOS. And the thing is, you are either logged in on your Mac or on your iPad, so you are automatically logged out. Fact of the matter is that Evoto AI has gained an important and, I would say, game-changing set of features which can be summarized as AI color grading, match, AI kind of style match, which means the following. I can upload a photo and I can either have skin tones, colors of the people's dresses, etc., matched to my photo or to a whole batch of photos. Or I take the whole photo set and have the overall appearance matched to it. There is another software developer who offered this already in the past. And I'm very excited to find this now in Evoto, and I strongly recommend it. There is a free download and a free test period. I would strongly recommend to have a look for an amazing and very fast developing photo editing app. Talking about photo editing apps, my so far favorite photo editing app, Adobe Lightroom, got new updates, and those of you who use it will have already realized what is going on. We have adaptive profiles, so not only adaptive presets, adaptive profiles. Lightroom now supports 2 displays at the same time. And this is also not for me, because I never use 2 displays, but for a lot of people, I heard them talking about it. I see the reactions. This is a very welcome and obviously sought after feature. For the moment, I think this is it. I have talked, and I just want to brush over again. We're not going to get rid of AI, and we better embrace it. Because, as I said before, and I keep saying, I see no merit and virtue in meticulous and painstaking manual brushing in of masks or brushing out that a software can do so much faster, quicker, and everything. All of those who complain were the same naysayers when it was about digital photography. Your parents and grandparents most likely complained against television sets ruining TVs, were against cars. Your grandparents were against cars versus coaches. It is always the same anti-progress, development, and everything. This is why I only have remorse for them, because as Hillary Clinton once said in a totally different context, talked about the basket of deplorables. We cannot resist change. We cannot undo change. But what we can do is how we handle it. Nobody forces you to do it, but don't start and incite flame wars. Don't spend your energy going on photographers' profiles on wherever and rant about AI. It is here, and I'm glad it is here. And I don't feel threatened, because I know what I'm up to. I know what I can do. I know my worth. And the fact that I've been making a living on photography for more than 20 years tells me that I must not be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. Look, Leica is celebrating the 100th anniversary. If it hadn't been for that guy back then to say, you know what, we do something completely different from our usual lens and optics business and mount something on a much smaller footprint camera box than we used to have back then, where would we be? These people would still live in the caves. And some of them even behave like that when they come on my profile. And when they are too much cavemen, I help them by blocking/removing them. It's not that I don't accept other opinions. I do, as long as you talk in a civilized way. But the moment you start to be condescending, you are as dead as your cave and your coach and your, I don't know what, but something like this. As you may remember, many times I finish my videos talking about relationships, talking about the moments of life that may end very quickly. I want to seize that opportunity. We had Valentine's Day 2 days ago, 3, 2. It's 16, I mentioned it. So I hope everybody of you seized at least this opportunity to remember how lucky you are to be with somebody. How lucky you are that somebody still tolerates you. All of us. Yasmina's laughing because she's suffering the most. She's still tolerating me after 12 years. But what is important is that a period of time like 12 years is not the result of whatever. It is the constant reaffirmation of your love, of your attachment, of your focus on that one person. And that is more important than anything else, because money comes and goes. And boy, can I tell you a story about that. I used to make, as a consultant, early 90s, international tax and corporate law, a bad month. I made 15,000 to 18,000 euros in today's money. And I was already a little bit worried why I would make that little. Money comes and goes. Today I'm far away from that. Still, we have a very comfortable life. We don't really need to think about stuff. High electricity, energy bills never haunted us. Also because we don't overheat as so many. 18 degrees is good enough. And I love to wear pullovers. But never forget, the person next to you is not to be taken for granted. And you should show your appreciation, your determination to give back what you receive. And if you find out that the two of you cannot live with each other anymore, then finish this. It is fair towards the person, it is fair towards yourself, and you're both open for some things, somebody new. But nevertheless, be aware of the fact that whatever moment you're in today, now, may be your last, and tomorrow is not a guarantee. In that sense, I wish you a nice Sunday, and soon we are going to have Formula One again. I can't wait. I wish you a nice Sunday, and I'm logging out.